I was going to try with my sunglasses on, but it doesn't really work the same. I'm out walking Alpie and Sophie. Beautiful Akitas. Say hi, Alpie. Come here. Come here. Hi, Alpie. Hi, Sophie. Hi, guys. So, take my glasses off, even though it's bright out here. My last post was about a psychic premonition that I shot out of bed at 4:44 a.m. Thinking that there was an intruder or something. There wasn't. Everything's fine, but it does put me on alert. I'm here to talk about the universe this morning and how, we hope and we wish and we ask and we plead and we pray and, we try and get that thing that we want, whatever it is. It could be a new car, it could be a relationship, it could be a job, whatever it could be. We try and manifest it by dreaming about it, and then we pray about it, and then we try to somehow grab onto it and make it happen. And oftentimes we fail, and we're wondering why did this fail? It was fine. It was gonna work out. And the reason is because it wasn't on your path. It wasn't something that was meant for you. And the universe knows what's best for you because you were born from the universe. So whatever you truly deserve will actually come to you, and oftentimes it will be even better than you ever expected it to be. That the universe will go, oh, you thought it would be great if that happened. Well, that's not going to happen, but this is going to happen. And when you see the outcome of this happening, you're going to be on fire. You're going to be happy, and you're going to be realizing that was your destiny or your path. So whenever you're feeling lost from something you've been trying to manifest and it doesn't work out, just realize that something better is coming, and that if you just focus on that. Good morning, guys. Cicadas. Yeah, sorry for the bush. Have a good day. So as you are coming through with your plan, I always had a saying, if you want to make God laugh, make a plan. Because, your destiny, your place you're supposed to be, oftentimes you will be sent on detours to learn certain lessons. And it's just a matter of hanging in there and staying positive and realize that you're trying to be on the path. You're trying to be on where you want to be, but it's not universal timing yet. So, you might think, inside of 6 months, I'm going to be on top of the world. I'm going to get this new job. I'm going to get a new car. I'm going to work really hard and get a dirt bike again. And I'm going to be a model and an actor. And I'm going to get my movie in Hollywood. And the universe goes, yeah, but you're going to walk some dogs today. And you're going to clean somebody's house. And you're going to do hard work and be honest and stay on the right path as a test. And they're going to test you and see what you're really made of. before you actually get what you really want, and what you really want doesn't look anything like what you've imagined. It's actually probably 10 times better. So, that being said, it's hard to do, but when you flip over in your kayak, surfing the wave, and you dislocate your shoulder and have to quit your job the next day, and all of a sudden you're handed a miracle, and things progress, and you think, oh, I'm on the path. I found it. I'm gonna do this. This is amazing. And you start to push. You start to give it a little poke, like, okay, I know this is right, so I'm gonna just push it a little bit or poke it a little bit and see if it's real. And all of a sudden it goes, oh, I'm not real. Here, you're done. Have a good day. And you're like, what the fuck just happened? I was in the perfect spot. I had everything. Everything was going how it should. And it was headed for my destiny. And now I'm way, way, way off my path. I'm 1,300 miles away from where I wanted to be. I'm in a plastic stucco neighborhood with brand new cars. And I drive an old Suburban from Montana. And everything's new. Everything's beautiful. Why am I here? What am I doing here? I'm supposed to be in a trailer in Clinton in the snow. Why am I driving a brand new Suburban? Why do I see a Mercedes in the driveway? Why am I handed this job that I don't know anything about? And it's to grow you. It's to give you growth so you experience those things so that you're prepared for what's really coming. So, we're emotional bodies. Yesterday I was crying, just sobbing. And I asked one of my junior bosses to come over and talk to me in the boardroom, and I just broke down, man. I was just sobbing, and I was like, I can't live like this. Everything's okay. I'm not going anywhere, but I need what I was promised. I need my salary, and I need a job. I need to work every day. I'm tired of sitting around wondering what the fuck I'm doing here other than walking dogs. And I love these guys. They're great. I love you, Alpie. You're great. So, I guess what I'm trying to say is that I never envisioned myself coming back to Las Vegas. I never envisioned myself having a job where I was a casino executive assistant. And it's obviously to prepare me for something much greater that I've got to do. So I have some dreams, but dreams without goals. And in between dreams and goals is hard work and perseverance. So I'm being tested. I'm being tested to see what I'm really, sorry about the glare, what I'm really made of. And what I'm really made of is a really awesome spirit, a really good heart, a really strong, capable body. I have a lot of gifts. I have a lot of knowledge. In the scene in The Matrix when Neo wakes up from the machine and he goes, I know karate. And you know, I know karate. I was a green belt when I was a kid and used to go to tournaments. And I was able to protect myself in school. And now because of my size, people don't really mess around me because they see my size and they don't want to deal with it. So that translates for me anyway, into what it takes to be a leading man in Hollywood. You have to have the whole package. One of my favorite guys in Hollywood is Matthew McConaughey. A lot of people are annoyed by him, but after the Lincoln commercials. But I think the guy is extremely talented. I think he's funny. I think he's good looking. He's gone extremely thin on some of his roles and thicker on others. Used to bicycle around with Lance Armstrong and have some friends like that. But I think what I'm trying to say is Matthew McConaughey, I'm sure he didn't start out with everything. I'm sure the tools and the time that it took to build his career. I have another saying: it takes 10 to 15 years for an overnight success. To you and me, it seems like, well, overnight, this guy, these 21 Pilot kids just popped up and they're so talented and they're top 40 and, everything's awesome. Well, you didn't see the last 10 years of getting tattoos, going through pain, writing all those songs and figuring out exactly how you're going to do it, then performing for your friend's party, and then the local bar guy goes, "Why don't you play down here?" And a music producer happens to be in the crowd and he's like, "Hey, you guys are amazing. Why don't we record an album?" And the rest becomes history. So for you and I, when we see entertainers, actors, musicians, pretty much anything in industry like that, we think, oh man, that guy made it overnight, he just popped out of nowhere. But what you don't see is that the past 22 years, the guy's been rock climbing, kayaking, motocrossing, had 82 mile an hour accident, almost died and been in shootouts, and just an endless list of things that have happened to give me the wealth of knowledge to share with the collective, to actually be able to write a movie that has some sustenance, that has the qualities of Pulp Fiction, Into the Wild, and Forrest Gump, that somebody can go through life not knowing how powerful they are until they're dying under a helicopter in the gnarliest desert race in the world. So I want to show the stuff that people don't see, the meat and potatoes of life. So that being said, I've been through a lot in the past year. Past 3 years have been amazing as far as what I've been through and survived. And here I am, walking the dogs in Las Vegas. So I'm 5 hours away from Hollywood. There's a lot of contact in this city. And I don't know where it's going to happen or how it's going to happen, but somebody's going to realize what they have in front of them. And we're going to make this shit happen. So my friend's company does a lot of computer stuff for casinos and all of that. And they need advertising. They need a spokesperson or spokesmodel. They need someone that's going to introduce the company to the world on a platform on the internet. And they need a model, somebody that's going to create the right image for the company. So that's really the position that I'm looking for, and it would be right up my alley. Probably have some of the photographs already, just need to be digitized. So I guess what I'm trying to say is that it's not what I planned. It's nothing, looks nothing like what I planned. I planned on being in Montana and starting a kayak and rafting company, an adventure company, and writing my movie, doing everything from Montana, and email the script to the right people, have connections through friends and family, and make shit happen out of the blue from nowhere. But the universe was like, nope, not gonna happen that way. You got to go down and walk some dogs in Vegas and hang out and be in fear and figure out what your problem is, and just develop yourself as a person. You can't sit up and pardon me, bumfuck nowhere and actually try and get where you're going. So unfortunately, you have to come and deal with the real world. And I hope to, retire someday in Montana and have that raft and those kayaks and dirt bikes and a barn. I hope to eventually be able to relax and know that I've made my mark, and I did what I set out to do long ago. And that goes for everything. That goes for love. That goes for business. That goes for friendships. Everything. The entire Quan. So, I love Jerry Maguire. Be the ambassador of Quan, man. The ambassador of Quan. Surface that garage. It's going to look awesome. You're a craftsman. It's beautiful. Yep. Have a good day, sir. So, it takes talent to put pavers in. It takes talent to lay brick and mortar. It takes talent to make sure that everything is done correctly. And that goes for being an actor or being a model or anything. You have to be ultimately physically fit. You have to have a certain look and persona. And it's not something that just comes popping out of thin air. It's something that takes years and years and years and years of trying and training and figuring it all out. And I was in one of my other videos, I talked about Billy Zane. I was walking through Fashion Show Mall and I walked into Dillard's and I just looked right up. I'm like, oh, Billy Zane. Hey, what's up, man? We started talking. If you don't know who Billy Zane is, I don't know if you ever saw Titanic, but he was Rose's evil fiance. Dark-haired guy, really handsome, pretty remarkable character of a person. And he's been in a lot of other movies. My favorite was his part in the walk-off with Derek Zoolander in Zoolander. It's hysterical. So, Billy Zane, yeah. So we're in my car. He actually was like, yeah, let's hang out. I'll buy you lunch. So we had the gift of gab. We went and smoked in the car. And we're in Vegas and driving around. I'm kind of giving him the tour. He's like, yeah, I've been here before. And we started talking, and I said, how did you do that? How did you become the bad guy in Titanic? And he goes, well, I'm a really good bad guy, first of all. Second of all, it took a struggle of about 11 years that he was in movies that weren't that blockbuster, that he took roles that were median roles. He was still a star, and he was still making money, but it wasn't like he is now. And it took a lot of hard work and perseverance. And he told me a story that he was staying on a friend's floor in Hollywood, and he went to every single casting and reading for about 6-8 months. I think it might have been longer than that, maybe a year or two, I don't know. But he went to every single casting, every single cattle call. And on one of his last ones before he got a project, he walked in, and the director was like, "We've seen this guy at like all of these castings. He goes to every single one, and he's been here, and I don't think he's gotten anything." No, well, he's got an odd look, but he's very handsome, and it's an odd look, but I think he could fit in. Yeah, he could fit that role, and they gave him the part. And he did really, really well. I think it was the movie where he got shot by the woman with the flare gun at the end. I'm forgetting the name of the movie, but it was on a barefoot cruise in the Caribbean, and he took some people hostage on this little catamaran or boat. And he was, once again, the evil guy. So, I don't think he set out to be an evil guy. When he went into Hollywood, he probably wanted to be the lead role and the best guy and the happy guy and the hero. He probably wanted Leonardo's part in Titanic, but he didn't fit the role. His look, his eyebrows, the way he looks, he was a tougher look. Like he ended up being the bad husband or the bad fiance. So Billy Zane, really cool guy. Hung out with him in Vegas, and I'll never forget it. I never even asked for an autograph. And if I ever see him again, I'll remind him. And maybe we'll go do lunch again, and maybe he's got a movie project and he needs someone like me. You never know. So Billy, if you see this video, you remember my Honda Element with all the stickers? Skateboard Steve, down on the Strip, Las Vegas, Nevada. So here I am. This is a pretty uppity gated neighborhood in Las Vegas. I'm walking dogs that eat better than I do. Passing all new vehicles and all new houses and all new furniture and all new. And what it tells me, and then people look at me and they're like, how does that guy with the old Suburban, and how does that guy have all this light and great attitude and, comes from the heart and wears his heart on his sleeve? I got $1 million in the bank and everything I could ever ask for, and I'm depressed. I can't get out of bed because I feel like shit. And the answer to that is it has to do with a thing inside you that everyone has. It was a gift from the universe or God or whatever you want to call it. But it is our will. Our will to survive, our will to be better, our will to create something from nothing, our ability to cultivate and manifest exactly what we think we want, but actually the universe goes, this is what you're gonna get, and this is what it's gonna be like. So I hope today helped. I hope this video doesn't take forever to download. as it is about 25 minutes long. I love you guys, the collective, and everybody in the universe. We all came from the same place, and we're all going back there eventually. So I'll see you soon. One love, everybody. Bye, Sophie. Bye, Alpie. Alpie, say bye.